This is Brita. We're going to work on getting Brita to paw to sniff the scent can and then paw it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Paw. Paw. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Paw. Paw. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Oh, paw. Paw. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Paw. Paw. You can do it. You can do it. Good girl. Paw. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Good job, baby. Paw. Paw. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. All right. Come on. Let's go. Good job. All right. Come on. Good girl. Good girl, Brita. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Good girl. There's paw. 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 Yes, good girl. Good girl. There you go. Good job. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Paw. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. That a good girl. That a good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. That a good girl. Good girl. Good girl. That a good girl. Paw. 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 Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Paw. Good girl. Paw. 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 Good girl. There you go. Paw. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Paw. 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 Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Paw. That a good girl. That a good girl. Paw. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Sniff. Paw. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Smell. Paw. Paw. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Trying to put it together here. Smell. Good girl. Paw. Paw. Got a paw. 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 Yes. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. That a good girl. Good girl. Paw. Yes. Good girl. There you go. Good job. Good job. Smell. Good girl. Paw. 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 Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Smell. Paw. 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 Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Paw. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Good job. All right. Let's go. Yes. Good girl. Paw. Paw. Gotta paw the can. Paul again. Paul. Yes, good girl. Good girl. There you go. Good job. See if we can get one more out of you. See if we can get one more out of you. Smell. Good girl. Here you go. Here you go. Yes. Good girl. There you go. Good job, baby. Oop, dropped it. Ah. There you go. There you go. Can you put it together now? Good girl. Paul? Good girl. Good girl. Yes, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a good job. Good job. All right. Come on. Let's go back. Let's go up here. Did you smell it? Good girl. Paul? Oh, yes. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. That's the first step of putting it together. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Oh, yes. Good girl. Good girl, Paul. Good girl. Good girl. There, Paul. 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 Yes. Good girl. Good girl. There you go. There you go. Oh, Paul. Good girl. Yes. Paul, me. Good girl. Good Paul. Yes. That's it for Brita for today.